sleep is a good thing, man. I know it's going to be a lot better once we're done cleaning up this genocidal cesspool where I currently am incarcerated through an institutionalization that indoctrinates people into institutionalized incarceration for life, which is insane. It doesn't matter what they do, what they talk about, what they think they're doing, whatever. That's everything's. This isn't when you see replications of things on TV that are like the 1960s and the 1930s, and this is 2025. Okay. And technology is more intelligent than human beings. And you can build technology to perform genocide, but genocide is not intelligent. It's the most stupid thing that human beings can do. It was my dad or a professor, I can't remember, who said war is the worst thing you can do. Like the Civil War. You took almost all your young men, your young men, and you get them to mass murder each other, and you destroy your environment and use up all your natural resources that could be used to do things more intelligent and productive. But that was looking at it from an industrialist point of view. And industrialists are clinically insane. They're clinically insane. Care, share, given accordance to need, built to last. Balance, harmony, and understanding has nothing to do with the Jetsons nor the Flintstones. Okay. Having dinosaurs under the sink, eating your leftovers and stuff, that would get, no. Dogs and cats are already hard enough to deal with. They tear up your furniture, they poop on your floor, they wake you up in the middle of the night when you've got to get up and work the next day and have to do things that are, necessitated for life. And this isn't the 1800s, and we're not on the prairie, and you shouldn't have to worry about Cossacks and Vandals and raiders and prairie pirates and shit like that. Okay. Shouldn't have to worry about people sizing you up and coming back and kill you and take your guns and steal your horses, see your wagon, rape your women, take one with them, that kind of crazy shit that people do when they get into violent sex cult tribal warfare and a dick measuring contest. It's not just a dick measuring contest, it's a vagina desirability. Raise the red lantern. Okay? Women get mad at the other women. You trying to get him? Like on that girl strip, And that's tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Booty and the Beast, and you're like, oh, just don't even bother. Money's not real. You can have the best. Why do you want a career? What's a career? Giving your time away to act like a narcissistic male who wants to fuck everybody else off the face of the planet. All right. If he can do it, you can do it too, huh? Wow, that's fucking insane. Do you even hear yourself talk? Do you even care? Would you even care? I just want to hold you close, but somehow all I have is dreams of you. And I don't want dreams of anybody, period. Especially women that think they're successful, denying the Lord's Prayer and acting like I don't exist. That's horrible. That's an ugly person. Talking about philanthropy on TV and how we're going to get better at philanthropy. We're not in the 1960s anymore. This isn't Woodstock, you fucking bitch asshole. You're like watching Nelson Rockefeller and J. Edgar Hoover have a debate or something. You're a horrible person. You're as ugly as they are. That's all I see. Okay. See a celebrity on TV? I see Nelson Rockefeller telling Richard Milhouse Nixon, oh, there's no money in the, we're in the medical industry. We found ways to make money in the medical industry. Ooh, I like that. That's Beyonce. That's Taylor Swift. That's Jennifer Lopez. That's, I used to think, oh my God, they're so, because they had that video I watched the other day where the guy, I was like, what is it? I thought it was like Jennifer Lopez, but it wasn't. The girl's walking and the guy comes out and rolls the red carpet and all that. And it's got 2 million views, right? 2 million people are interested in The Golden Bachelor. The Bachelor. No, God, those people have a personality of a fucking eggplant. It's like taking your butt and scraping it with a cheese grater and using your butt for breakfast for a week as hash browns with your eggs. It's horrible. It's like, shit. Make it stop. There's nothing substantial, nothing meaningful to relationships that are based off of philanthropy and sexual reproduction through philanthropy, or the act of, the Golden Bachelor, they're past menopause and shit. So there's no sexual reproduction. It's just keeping your kids in hell, and putting a display of a dysfunctional sex life can continue after you're capable of having children. That's insane. It's sick. I know. So, Suzuki sat there and Sun Yat-sen, he tag teamed me, and he passed me off to Sun Yat-sen. And Sun Yat-sen's like, no, you don't have to do this stuff anymore. You don't have to plug it. You've done it. No, they give you deadlines and quotas and stuff like that. You're going cold turkey on any of the stuff connecting to the universities. Just, if anything that has to do with the video game systems that make it feel like this is how you got to do this, and you give yourself deadline and how many you got to do and all this to connect all these schools to try to protect people at those schools. You've done enough. You don't have to catch up everybody with ASU and NMSU. Where did you spend most of your time when you were being indoctrinated in institutionalization for incarceration? ASU and NMSU. There you go. The rest of them, that's your time. I'm like, shit, he's right. I got up, had a wonderful bowel movement this morning. I was like, what's the deal? He goes, your body already knows. We talked about it last night, and you agreed. And your body went, woof. Your body relaxed. I was like, that is so cool. He goes, yeah, I know. He's a wonderful physician. He goes, the moment you tell your body it doesn't have to do something that's make-believe by these bullshit artists and these abusers. And I sat and we had this one, I'm on the toilet, right? I'm cleaning, I'm evacuating my bowels. I'm having this wonderful conversation with Sun Yat-sen. And we talked about Bob. And he said, yeah, melanoma is the most aggressive form of trying to get poison out of the body. Okay, so when it gets the skin and it starts to go for the vulnerable parts of the vulnerable parts of the skin, it usually happens in extremities. So you got poison and it's trying to get out through extremities, because you have a very healthy person trying to get poison out of the body to save the vital organs and the rest of the body. Now, you've got crap in your liver from your vaccine. So we're going to be very patient and take our time in reminding your body that you're alive and you're okay, and helping restore your liver through, and they're going to make it difficult because you're not in a pristine environment. Okay. If you were Quincy Jones, or if you were one of these other people, or you were on Dawson's Creek or whatever, we could put you in a pristine environment and put you on a diet and an exercise regimen but you won't. No, doing radiation treatment is wrong. It's fundamentally wrong. It's telling the body that you're going to have to adapt to a disgusting environment because they're not going to stop that disgusting environment. That's not happening anymore. You are the living embodiment. The fuck for the buck, and the genocide murder stops here. Okay. All right. So you're telling the technology what to do properly, and you have to behave in a way. If you had gone to the dentist and then went to the doctor and even took treatment or drugs to survive your poisoning, then you would have told them it's okay. It's still going to last. But we're not going to do that. Okay. We're not going to allow that to happen. Okay. We're going to stop the people from being murdered by the murderers. Okay. These people are broken. When you watch people on the news, we want people safe and we want to keep people safe. They're wearing masks in these goon squads and everything like that are going around, that are hired to be goon squads, because the people are attacking them because they're being trained and conditioned by their Wi-Fi to follow their group, to continue war through indoctrination, institutionalization, indoctrination, and incarceration. So this is just the way prison groups act. Okay. You have to join your group, or the other group's going to kill you off. The Nazis against the Panthers against the And the Muslims and the Panthers joined together because the Nazis and the whatever's are becoming too many, and the Vatos and the Vatos Locos and shit like that, and all that stupid shit those sex crazed sex cult perverts do. And sex is a form of dominance to them. Like the Genghis Khan stuff they talk about. It's dominance, breeds you out of existence. And I get to fuck you in the ass, but you don't get to fuck me in the ass. You're submissive to me. Well, then I'll just put cyanide and old lace in your food, and you'll die from a disease. I'm a ninja. That's how they are. Yeah, they're horrible people. If they can't fuck you in the ass, they'll assassinate you, make it look like an accident. Yeah, you'll go to turn your light on and start a fire in your cell, and they'll close the cell. And what happened? I don't know. Unger? Did you kill Chris Rock in the prison in Santa Fe? Well, yes, I did. Okay, do you understand? So, when you act like a bitch, you invent bitches. And then when you act like a man, because you are a man, all the bitches try to act like you don't exist. We're the heroes. They're the heroes. Look at those heroes running around murdering each other in the name of money for fucking fucking heroes. Yeah, And you gotta. Some kids are uncomfortable. That's why I like the Malachi Nelson kid at UTEP, as he got hurt in high school and it was real hard on him, and because he wanted to get a good job through football to take care of the family financially, like most of those kids do. He doesn't want to go through that physical abuse and pain again. He goes through PTSD. You can see it in his movements and the way he acts. He's very talented. Okay, but they will hurt you. It's like, I want to tell them, they did the same thing with Patrick Mahomes when he was at Texas Tech. Okay, but the further up the food chain you go, they have more rules and things in place economically to protect you from the other kids trying to hurt you. Okay, so go out there and play, but don't be stupid. Do like Tom Brady told Jaden Daniels. But go out there and play, and don't be afraid. And I'm working on the Lord's Prayer, and I know everybody else is terrified. But go out there and just, try to have fun doing what you're doing until I get the technology to eliminate genocide, because no one's going to help. No one in El Paso is going to help. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like Jennifer Lopez is going to step up. It doesn't look like Beyonce or Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, because he's getting old now, and it's hard to, eventually, you can't be the top football player anymore. It doesn't seem like everyone's getting younger, baby. Guess you're going to have to find yourself another pastime, dragging from the past. It won't be the last time, and the last time. You be able to say like this song? This is the last time that I will say goodbye. You say it doesn't mean a thing. Just look what the future brings. It's a good tune, yeah. I like David Gates. Anybody else like David Gates? I'm particularly fond of David Gates. Yeah, Bread. My sister brought that album. I was like, this is a good album. Yeah. Did I listen? I probably listened to Stylistics the most. Once I got into elementary and high school. Before that, it was Marty Robbins and Waylon Jennings, and they were always go-tos afterwards, Did like Jim Reeves. Yeah, but Marty Robbins and Waylon Jennings had stories that were more, and I didn't like all of Jim Reeves' songs as much as I liked most of theirs. But I like Jim Reeves. But some of his songs were kind of boring to me. But they're good, so that was not as good. And I don't know, because sometimes I get impatient because I'm a boy and I was into, cowboys, the girls and stuff. And because I won't mention it, me and Dad said that too, I won't mention it again on that same album is Danny Boy. And the other one that's wonderful. Lay your head upon my pillow, hold your make believe you want for the good times, yeah. And we didn't play it, and I was like, that's been on that album the whole time, and that song is so fucking good. It's like, yeah, it is. Yeah. All right, guys, I love you. We'll talk later. I'm gonna go do some yard work. Peace out.